I think about it day and night. I feel like a king, oh yeah. And baby, can't help but stare. Such a rush, baby. When you touch me, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, guys and dolls, cats and chicks, this is Johnny the Capo with our show Viva ENT. I'm here with my co-host, Mr.
Devin the Dude.
Devin the Dude. Yeah, all the young dudes. And Devin is a young dude, by the way. And the greatest producer in all of Seattle, Mr.
Hey, it's Eric.
CC Rider. Woo! He was satisfied, baby.
All right.
Yeah, so here we go. We got another Viva ENT show for you. And, of course, today's show is a special tribute to the late and great Dusty Hill.
From ZZ Top, the bassist.
The bassist from ZZ Top, who sang.
Also handled some of the vocals.
Yeah.
Played guitar in some of the tunes as well.
Yeah, he was something else, this guy. And, of course, I want to say hello to all our members of our group, Viva ENT Talk Radio Rock, Pop, and Soul. We're at about 1,070-ish.
1,074 last time I checked.
Very cool. And on the second half of our show today, we're going to have Daniela from Oyhut Bay, Oyhut Ocean Shore. Excuse me, Ocean
Shores.
It's
Seabrook.
Well, it is in Ocean Shores. There's a particular name for it. I think it's called Seaside Village. That's what it is.
That's right, Seaside Village.
What's that T-shirt say?
It says Seaside Village.
That's right. That's what I was trying to get at. So Ocean Shores, Oyhut, Seaside Village, which Daniela is going to be on the show. She's been on before, and we're going to talk about all the great things happening at Oyhut, the Oyhut Grill, the amphitheater, the plaza, the whole Oyhut experience.
And the shows you're playing out there, like August 14th.
And September 4th, which is Labor Day Saturday. I believe it's the 4th. And, of course, I do want to plug that I'm down in Ocean Shores, and I'm doing karaoke every Wednesday night at Growler's Alley Beer Garden.
And if you want to see this, it's on our YouTube channels, Viva ENT Studios.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Matter of fact, I got a nice acoustic set that's on Viva ENT Studios. So. And
my channel's Devin Creisler Studios. If you have a band that you want videoed, call me up, 206-225-1004. I'll try to make it. I'm doing about 4 shows a week now. So
that's cool, man.
Including today, there's going to be a show.
Which one are you doing today?
I'm videoing after this show. I'm going to go to the Fun House.
Oh.
And I'm going to see some bands like there's the Creamsicle and Space Whales and Nice to Be Pretty.
Wow.
And then tomorrow, August 6th, the Moon is Flat, Sun Tunnels, and Donna Party are playing at Daryl's Tavern in Shoreline, my hometown.
Yeah, cool.
And then Saturday, August 7th, free to the public, the Duwamish River Festival is having the Harper Conspiracy at 3:30. I'll be videoing there.
Very cool.
And Friday night jazz at Harissa's Mediterranean Cuisine, 9 to midnight. So
music is alive and well in Seattle, and in the state of Washington. So that's great. I mean, it's fabulous that we're back in action.
Yep.
Even Johnny the Capo back in action. So enough about that. Let's get into our group, a featured group today, ZZ Top, especially Dusty Hill. And, of course, there's a great documentary. Is that on Netflix?
Yep, it's available on Netflix. ZZ Top, a little old band from Texas.
Yeah, and what a little old band they were. And Dusty Hill is one of the 3 members that actually starts the documentary off by saying that his biggest influence was Elvis.
Yes, and he had everything Elvis. He had a whole wardrobe he would tour with.
He had a shrine. He's got a shrine of Elvis, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, one of my favorite songs that ZZ Top did was "Viva Las Vegas," and they actually charted pretty well with that, and they did a great job on that song.
Could we hear a sample of that, Eric?
Oh, I'm sure Eric can dig up a sample.
Yeah, let's sample some of the deep cuts that they had, because they had a big library of of tunes. I mean, you know, Give Me Some Lovin', you know, the Tush.
Right, legs.
Yeah, I do Give Me All Your Lovin' and Sharp Dressed Man, by the way.
Yep, Sharp Dressed Man, Waiting for a Bus.
I've been doing Give Me All Your Lovin' for years. It's a great song. You know. Oh, Viva. This is really an outstanding job. And it charted pretty good. Got to be Dusty on the vocals, I would imagine. Waiting out there, all living. Yeah. I think I'm going to start doing it their style.
A little more rockin'.
Yeah.
The video featuring the ghost of Elvis in this.
Yeah. It's a great video. It's a great tribute.
You know what I'm struck by listening to this is, you know, their image is very, you know, kind of like three hillbillies from Texas, you know, with the beards. And incidentally, of course, the one guy without a beard, the drummer, Frank Beard. I always thought that was hilarious, you know, that he's the one guy that goes clean shaven when his name is Frank Beard. But anyway, their sound, elements of classic rock, obvious there, and boogie and rockabilly and all that stuff. But they really put it through a modern filter. You know, that backbeat is a really like a driving electronic beat, you know, that they've got backing them up on a lot of the songs. You know, they embraced modern production for sure.
Yeah, I think
even though they started in '69.
I think that that sound that they had, that triplet type sound, filled up the trio, and I really think that was their success as far as, you know, having the guitar, bass, and drums have that big full sound. Mm-hmm. You know, they had a full sound, and
they're considered the longest-running American band without any members changing, over 50 years.
Until now.
And that's why, Eric, I always like to play with trio.
And he's been replaced by Elwood Francis, their guitar tech, in line with Hill's wishes.
Ah, cool.
Could we hear Brown Sugar?
Sure.
Off their first album?
And you pointed out they're touring this year, actually, and aren't they coming soon to, I think, Marysville, right?
Yep, they're coming to Marysville August 19th at the Tulalip Amphitheater, but tickets are sold out, so good luck getting in there.
Yeah.
You got a ticket,
yeah,
you're
I
lucky.
imagine now especially.
Yeah, especially now.
Well, here's a live version of Brown Sugar from ZZ Top.
That's a good version, yeah.
My friends, they all told me.
Just so you can kind of hear the differences between, you know, the very produced stuff
live.
of like Viva Las Vegas and this live.
It's from 71.
My friends, they all told me, man, there's something gonna change your life.
Kind of lazy.
Gotta have brown sugar. Man, it's just gonna make me feel alright.
Brown sugar is probably what I think it is.
Gotta have brown sugar. Man, it's just gonna make me feel alright.
Cool.
Different than the Rolling Stones version of Brown Sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, a whole different song.
This is more of a bluesy type thing. Kind of a laid back, dirty, lazy blues. It's kind of cool. A lot of their songs that weren't big hits among musicians are favorites. You know.
Well, like Eliminator sold 15 million copies.
Well, Eliminator is the album that made them superstars.
Out of their 30 million records sold. So that's half of it.
Eliminator was the album that made them
the catalyst.
Yeah.
That put them where they could sell out concerts all over, wherever they went.
And it is interesting that, as I said, they released their first single in '69, that it was really the 80s where they really hit their stride as hit makers. Mm-hmm. You know, they had some minor hits in the 70s, but as you said, Eliminator just put them really solidly on the map. It's one of the biggest acts in the country, and that, all those big songs happened in the 80s, like Give Me All Your Lovin' and Sharp Dressed Man and Legs and Sleeping Bag and all that stuff.
Yeah,
big hits.
Yeah, I think the Tush and LaGrange were their first songs, and you kind of thought maybe that you might not hear from them again, and then all of a sudden, boom.
They're back with the beards. They didn't really have the long beards.
Oh yeah, they
before
came
that.
in with the beards, right? And then the Eliminator album and the great videos.
Yeah.
The MTV videos sure helped.
Sharp Dressed Man got tons of MTV video play for sure.
They really exploded with the worldwide Texas tour, and they brought buffaloes, buzzards, like a steer on stage. And they'd have the stage trucks have painted with the Texas landscape. So,
being a trio, man, they really held up all ends. They held up the rhythm section. The guy played tasty leads where the leads were almost holding up the rhythm section as well, if you know what I'm saying. Because, like a lot of times a guitar player will take a lead and you'll lose the rhythm section part. But his leads were kind of like playing good leads and filling up the rhythm guitar part as well.
Yeah.
He's doing a lot of that type of, I admire that style.
That's Sharp Dressed Man.
Oh, yeah. I do this one. I'm going to do it at Oyhut on the 14th.
Be there.
Man, yeah. Yeah, one of their premier songs, no question.
This is off Eliminator, right?
Yeah. Almost all those big hits came off Eliminator. I think they even had a song called TV Dinners.
Yeah, TV Dinner is a good one.
It was off Eliminator, too.
It's a crazy music video, too.
Yeah. Yeah. They three guys that hit the big time, hit gold, and toured all over. And it was nice and simple because you just got three guys. You only got three egos to deal with, and
they worked well together.
And it didn't seem like it wasn't like a Lennon McCartney thing or something like that,
And people would go to their shows. It'd be like a rodeo, a circus, and a rock show all in one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was good rock and music, man.
Texas pride.
Texas pride.
And when they played before the Rolling Stones in Hawaii, they really got big as well. Their names just kept getting big. They used to just play little. They tour anywhere they could in small town Texas. But
do you have a version of Jailhouse Rock? Is there any way you can?
I'll dig that up
because I've never heard it, and I like to hear it.
Sure.
Maybe I'll start to.
So, Eric, do you know where they got their name from?
I've always been curious about that, but I've never actually taken a look.
So they were looking at the posters of the blues artists like ZZ Hill and B.B. King.
Uh-huh.
So they were originally ZZ King, but it's like, let's copy B.B. King too much. But B.B. King was at the top of the charts, so we'll be ZZ Top.
Okay, that's interesting.
I always thought it was the rolling papers that were called tops. Remember those rolling papers?
Oh, yeah.
I thought maybe that might have had something to do with it, but maybe not. But
or top hat, or their hats they wear. And
here's a little bit of their version of Jailhouse Rock.
Okay, I gotta hear it. Getting away. I like that. I like that. Slide trombone. Can't find a party. Let's ride. Yeah, I like it.
Surprised they're not on the Blues Brothers.
I like, yeah, exactly. I like the way they use that little riff in between the verses. That was pretty cool.
And they're in a lot of TV shows and movies too.
Oh yeah, they're all over the place, man.
Well, I was going to say, as long as we were talking about covers, my favorite thing that ZZ Top ever did was their cover of Reverberation, which was by the 13th Floor Elevators, featuring fellow Texan Rocky Erickson, kind of a cult artist for sure, but among people that like psychedelic music, Rocky Erickson is a legend. And there was a tribute album called Where the Pyramid Meets the Eye that came out back in the early 90s, and ZZ Top contributed their cover of Reverberation, and it's pretty awesome.
That was it.
And I highly recommend this album, Where the Pyramid Meets the Eye, too, because it's, it's got a lot of great people on it, including REM, Jesus and Mary Chain, of course, ZZ Top, and lots of other great artists doing tribute to Rocky Erickson,
cool.
Who was a genius songwriter, too. But we won't go too much into his story because, that's a whole other show. That's a whole other 4-hour documentary. But it just, if you're a fan of psychedelic music at all, or just really good rock music, check out Rocky Erickson's stuff. And I thought it was really cool that ZZ Top was paying tribute to him, too, because they're also from Texas, of course.
They were very influenced by the 13th
cool.
Floor Elevators.
Yeah.
Because they're a Texas band as well,
cool,
from
man.
Houston.
What are some of the other facts that you have written out there, Devin?
So Terry Manning was their sound engineer.
Uh-huh.
Before that, he did Led Zeppelin 3.
No kidding.
So, yeah, having that really made the sound really good.
Wow.
If we could pull up one of their Sure Got Cold After the Rain Fell, I don't think that gets a lot of airplay these days.
Sure got cold after the rain fell.
Yeah. So they played Super Bowl 31, a halftime show in 1997.
Very cool.
They were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2010.
Very cool.
They continue to tour the world and record new music.
I saw them at the Sahara Hotel. I'm going to get the year here real quick here for you. 1975. And I think they had just LaGrange and Tush out at the time. And they were cool, man.
Yeah, they are.
Back in even 75. That's before the Eliminator thing.
Yeah, it is. They really had a sound unlike anybody else.
Yes.
It's interesting how well they blended all these disparate styles into their own unique thing.
Agreed.
Fans of like blues, fans of rock, fans of like just straight up pop music could all find something to enjoy in ZZ Top.
Yeah.
Walk off with another man, like taking eyesight from the blind man.
Wow.
You could probably play this, Johnny.
Oh, yeah.
This really sounds like Mark Lanigan to me.
Woman took my love and walked on out that door.
Walk down out that door, baby.
And it so got cold.
Oh, yeah. In my key.
Rain fell,
After the rain fell,
not from the sky,
not from the sky.
from my
It's my key. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cool tune, man. Yeah. I think I'll listen to it. I might take your advice on my acoustic set.
And play some more ZZ Top tunes.
Well, yeah, that's kind of got a nice feel. And
They got some other great songs like I'm Bad, I'm Nationwide.
oh yeah, I'm Bad was good. That's a great song.
Waiting on a Bus, Jesus Just Left Chicago.
Yeah, that's a very popular song among musicians. On the group, I hear that song mentioned all the time.
This has got to be their biggest hit from 1984, Legs.
Oh, yeah. It's got kind of a disco type beat to it, And
Absolutely, yeah.
It's a cool music video, too.
Same as Sharp Dressed Man in a way.
Because they're spinning the guitars in this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They were smart to do this, that triplet feel is what I call it. Yeah.
This is another video that got, massive airplay all over MTV. And a burgeoning VH1 at the time, I believe, was just out when this started getting lots of airplay.
Oh, yeah. They discovered MTV, and they're like, we got to make some cool videos.
Oh, yeah. MTV was something else, man, at the time. I was there at the beginning, and I get off the nightclub 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I go home, turn on MTV.
And it's this hour. It's a 24/7.
It was 24/7, yeah.
Like music videos,
yeah,
rock.
It was pretty cool. You can't go to sleep after a gig,
No.
Especially in those days.
So he began singing for money at age 8, Dusty Hill, with his older brother.
All right.
And he learned how to play cello at his Woodrow Wilson High School, because he grew up in Dallas, Texas. So
yeah, he definitely was a music guy, and of course, it's when they did that documentary, and he starts off saying, that his idol is Elvis. I immediately, my ears perked up.
Well, his mom worked at a diner, and Elvis would go in there.
Right, that's the story.
In Tennessee. Yeah,
in Tennessee.
Yeah, then before they moved to Texas.
Because Elvis used to play Texas a lot before he became famous. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, another thing about Dusty Hill is he's Hank Hill's cousin from King of the Hill.
The King of the Hill, no kidding.
That's in one of the plot lines in the episode.
Very cool.
But,
well, we're going to have our special guest, Daniela, on soon. Do we have time, or how are we doing with that, Eric?
Yeah, we're doing great on time. Let's hear one more ZZ Top tune as we go to break. This one, Sleeping Bag, was as big a hit as Legs, but I really don't remember it half as well.
I remember it quite well.
But yeah, this was a huge hit from Afterburner, the follow-up to Eliminator.
And May 15th is ZZ Top Day in Texas.
Very cool. Yeah. Same idea with that triplet fill. They were smart to use that, enterprise that into their songs.
They can make a song about anything. TV dinners, sleeping bags.
Yeah, and they did.
It sounds cool.
Very cool. Uh-huh. Yeah. They were so smart to hold those tunes up together like that.
And it helped when they switched their record label to Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
so that's
probably.
Yeah.
Next week's show, I don't want to jump the gun here, but we got an old friend of the show, Jerry Osborne. He's the guy that brought on all the celebrities on our show.
Dina Martin and
everybody a year and a half ago or 2 years ago. And Jerry's been busy doing his own shows in Port Townsend. And we're going to have a special surprise guest from the Elvis world, because next week's show is dedicated to the King, because the anniversary is coming up. August 16th is coming up. So
it's Elvis week. So.
Elvis week in Memphis, for sure. No question about it. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a short pause, and we'll be back with Daniela from Oyhut. Oh, yeah.
Wherever you go, Alternative Talk 1150 is here for you.
have lighters on my dresser. You know I got to get paid.
I love it.
ZZ Top's last single from 2012, "I Gots to Get Paid."
That's a great sound. It really is. I gotta listen to that again. That's really cool. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Viva ENT. I'm Johnny the Capo, your host. I'm here with my co-host Devin and my producer Eric. And our special guest today is Daniela from Oyhut Seaside Village. Daniela, say hello to Seattle.
Hello, Seattle.
All right. You know, it's so nice to have you back on the show.
Well, we appreciate the opportunity.
I love the fact that you're so informative. You got your bullet points and you're ready to go. And so today we're celebrating ZZ Top Day. Do you have any ZZ Top favorites?
You know, I don't think I have a particular favorite. I do have a little bit of a ZZ Top influence that I remember from my younger years. Okay, so they were one of the first videos on MTV. Maybe not but back in the day, right, when MTV. And I was younger. I won't say how young or old, but
likewise.
So all of us girls used to, concerts, live concerts were the big thing back then. And of course, you dressed up to go to the concert, and all of us girls bought those darn little white socks with the lace on them,
right,
and wore them with our high heels, like the Girl in the Legs video.
Cool. That is that's a cool memory.
Do you remember that video? That was a great video.
It's one of the most memorable videos on MTV, and actually one of their best videos they ever did.
It is, and it inspired, a generation of outfits.
Oh yeah,
for rocker chicks back in the day, for sure.
Rocker chicks. I like that word.
It's iconic.
The rocker chicks, for
right?
Sure. Yeah, I was lucky enough to see them in Vegas about 1975 at the Sahara Hotel. And they had Tush out in LaGrange. They hadn't got to superstar status like they did in the '80s with MTV, but that's the first time that I seen them. And I seen them one other time in Vegas, and what a great trio. They just were fabulous.
Oh yeah, they stayed raw and organic, and even as they progressed and everything, for sure.
Right. And so what's happening at Oyhut? We know that we got the best weather coming up for sure. And
absolutely. August and September at the beach are the best.
Yes.
June, it's a crapshoot. It's just how it is on the coast, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But this is definitely our peak season is just starting. So phase 2, which is nearly complete. Our last home is up and complete with framing.
Oh, good.
And then so because it's the last one, that means the rest of the landscaping is now in place or close to completion, and so that phase is looking good. It looks really great. Construction is just about to move on, so it looks great. Which means there's also more homes in the rental program.
That's excellent.
Complete. Yeah, so more opportunities to stay at Oyhut Bay.
So,
and then moving into phase 3, we've got sidewalks that are just about complete with street lighting, and we're doing the final grade, and the roads will go in. So we're really looking at probably 30 to 45 days before builds begin there for phase 3.
That is excellent, and it every time I drive in, there's more stuff going up, and you got that new, as you drive in on the left-hand side, you got that new game area there with the big chessboard and
beach volleyball.
Volleyball, which is really cool. And you got that
playground, fire pit, all of it. Yeah, that's going to get a little bit of a refresh, landscaping-wise as well. We need to keep things fun and current. And
sure.
Definitely the wind is a sculpture at the beach. If you have a yard, it does its own magic, so we like to always keep up. And then we're just getting ready to move ahead with our waterside lots. We have 6 lots on the canal, and we're going to begin building on those shortly, and those are just going to be magnificent homes because you're going to be living on fresh water or vacationing at the beach. So it really doesn't get any better than that. So we're pretty excited.
So you're actually going to have some homes right there on the canal.
Correct.
Where that boat launch is right there.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I have the fortune to live on part of the canal, and it's so cool to get up every morning to that fresh ocean air and be right there on the canal. It's just like being in a dream, really.
The wildlife and watching the mist, dissipate off the water. It is. It's beautiful. It is.
It is.
And we've got some fun going on. We've got our concert series back, our weekend music.
Great.
And so that's great fun Saturday afternoons, early evening, and either in the amphitheater or our fireside courtyard, which is fun. And we've got some good lineups next couple weeks. So I feel like one of them is on the show today.
That's right. That's right. As a matter of fact, Devin, my co-host, he's a video guy, and we're going to videotape it, and we're going to be live on the internet on streetjelly.com at the same time. So, and we're going to start advertising it immediately, so it'll get exposure not only for the people that are there, but anybody that wants to tune in can tune into the Oyhut experience.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to going out to Ocean Shores. It's been a couple years since I've been out there and see the progress.
And we actually thought it might be a good idea to maybe get some short clips of maybe you and some of the others at Oyhut and do a short little presentation.
You know what? Let's grab a golf cart and go for a little mini tour.
That's what. Yeah, and we could videotape the whole thing, and
we could do like a maybe not live, but do a video, a little video thing, and share that for sure.
Yeah, exactly, and then we'll edit it and get it on the internet for you.
That sounds great.
Yeah,
so much happening. The world is slowly coming back towards a little bit more normalcy in certain areas.
Yeah, I'm starting. Go ahead.
Oh, we're just moving along and glad to see life in the village and kids playing and dogs and kites flying and the whole thing.
Yeah, and as far as the homes there that are for rent, what are the sizes? You have like 2 bedrooms, 4. I know you have 4 and 6 bedrooms. Do you have smaller houses too?
There's a few 1 bedrooms which are perfect for a romantic getaway.
Cool.
And then the majority of the homes are anywhere from 2 to 4 bedrooms with multiple bathrooms. So some of them even have, 2 master suites and things like that. So it's great for multiple families. Sometimes two couples get together and pack up the kids and go on a little vacay. And so these houses, the way they're designed, are fabulous. Almost all the living rooms include even a pull-out, which is also great fun when traveling with kids. They love a hide bed. Us, when we're older, not so much. But, it was part of a vacation. Then we have everything up to, our 4-bedroom homes that include a game room where there's been a garage conversion with foosball tables and ping pong tables.
That's really cool.
Oh, yeah, I like playing ping pong, yeah.
Yeah, so we've got one house that will be coming into the rental program, probably not for about 4 or 5 months because it's just a real custom, but it's got a theater room and a game room.
That sounds wonderful and marvelous.
Yeah.
So things are just popping and evolving, and phase 3 is going to be starting soon. And so when you say phase 2 is just about finished, you're going to do the houses across the street at the canal.
Yeah.
And then and will that be a part of phase 3?
Technically, yeah. Even though in proximity it's not directly near. It, however, is part of that that phase of the build. Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to really make it cool. And then I heard talk about an event center going in too.
That is very much in the works. It is something that we are going to plan carefully and make sure that we get it just right for the utility. But we think definitely having a venue that we can utilize year-round for things like weddings and maybe corporate retreats,
right?
Entertainment, because we need to be able to have it functional with the weather. As beautiful as it is, it is a coast in the Pacific Northwest, and so it is not all year. And we just want to really make sure that we can create a space that people can enjoy year-round to add to all of the attributes here.
Yeah, during the off season, the weather still has a lot of nice days. Like you say, it's a little bit of a crapshoot, but you can get I've seen days just beautiful, in the off season there too. So, it's having an indoor space like this event center that you're talking about would be really attractive to corporate and weddings and things like that, for sure.
Yeah, like I'm in Seattle, it's pouring rain. It's like, oh man, you go to the beach and it's like it's actually really nice and sunny down there, and birds.
Sure, sometimes. And there's no guarantee, and so just being able to have that space for a banquet or a family reunion or whatever, it's going to be really good for our homeowners to boost our occupancy year-round, which makes it an even better investment when you purchase here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Matter of fact, I like to purchase myself.
Right?
Yeah.
Pay a visit out there.
That'd be pretty cool.
We can talk about it when you're in the golf cart with me.
Yeah, that's a good idea. To film that, Devin will film and maybe actually interview you, and we can get a nice clip up on the internet and include it on the radio show and
on the group too,
and on the group. Did you get a chance to listen to the last show that you were on?
I did. I generally hate hearing myself.
I think you're one of them.
I did. I actually made it home in time and sat out on my patio and enjoyed the show. I did.
Oh, great! Because actually, one of the best guests we've had as far as voice and being informative. Like I told you, a lot of times we'll have a guest on, and we have to really try hard to get them to
stay focused on
to participate.
Well, I think you guys do a good job of making it easy, so thank you.
Yeah, we kind of like to have like a conversation and talk about it, casually. Make sure that all the listeners are getting the vibe of how cool it is down there.
Yeah, and that's what you have to experience. So I think once you guys get here and we do that, that's part of why you buy here. Is you can buy a beach home at a lot of beaches, but you're buying into an idea and a feeling and a concept that what it feels like to be here. And if you're doing it as an investment property, you need to know what your guest experience is going to be. And the only way to do it is actually come down, spend some time, walk the trail to the beach, sit in the amphitheater, sit around the fire table at the restaurant, whatever it is. The vibe is part of what we're selling. It sounds kind of cheesy, but it is. It's a feeling we want to share while folks are either living here or on vacation.
Yeah, and, when you walk or drive through the village there, you can just see the glow and happiness on everybody's face. They're just happy to be there.
Yeah.
Really. It really, really is.
Well, we appreciate that. Something we strive for.
Well, yeah, it's a great feeling being on the coast. I've been there since the 1st of April, and I'm really digging it. I really like it.
Good vibrations out there.
Yeah, it's just cool being there. It's kind of a small town during the week, and on the weekends you got this huge resort.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So you got the best of both worlds there, really.
And Labor Day is coming up. And that's going to be big.
Yeah, I'm playing the amphitheater at Labor Day.
Yeah, and that's again, fingers crossed for weather. But we've got a few different things going on, and definitely, go out with a bang and onward. But then we move right into, September's beautiful here. We don't have a lot of foliage changes on the coast,
right?
But we have bird migrations, and we have the sunsets that time of year, because the air is different, are even more beautiful. There's more moisture in the air, right, in fall. And so the sunsets are more beautiful. And then we have, just those afternoons where there's no wind. And, it's fall, clam tides. We can get 30,000, 40,000 people here a day just for clam digging in Ocean Shores. That's amazing.
That is amazing. It's a big, big deal there.
And also kite flying there and horseback riding. And there's so many recreational activities.
Yeah, absolutely.
No question. Devin's going to be down on the 14th, and we're going to...
I'm staying the weekend, yeah.
He's staying the weekend, so he's going to get a nice taste of the shores, and he's going to come out and film our concert in the amphitheater, and... We're gonna have a great time. Daniela, it's been wonderful to have you on the show. We got to make this like maybe a regular type thing, once a month or something like that if you're available.
Absolutely, it's a privilege.
Next week we're doing a tribute to Elvis, and we have a guy that has written 3 books on Elvis, and his biggest book was Elvis: The Army Years. His name is Jerry Osborne. And he's going to be on the show next week, and we have a special guest star from the Elvis world. We don't know exactly who it is going to be, but Jerry's bringing someone on from the Elvis world, so another great show next week, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on the 14th. Hopefully, I'll be able to pop in and say hi before that. But once again, thank you so much for being on Viva ENT.
Thank you, guys, and keep up the good work. Your show is very enjoyable.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
See you soon.
Okay. All right. So there you go. It is really cool there. Like I said, I've been living there since April. The wind is always going to come sometime during the day. I kind of have my shorts and my tank top and my flip flops ready to go for when I need a pill.
Can't do that at Richmond Beach so much and Shoreline.
No.
No, not the way you can of the ocean with the smooth sand and.
There's more the sand. The sand down by Oyhut is real smooth. Those beaches down there,
very nice.
Much more than other spots in the area. But Eric, how are we doing with time?
Well, we've got about 5-6 minutes or so left in the show here. So
okay.
Let's wrap it up with. I want to let people know that I'm at the Growlers Alley Beer Garden in Pacific Beach / Seabrook every Wednesday night with my karaoke show. I will be at Oyhut September 14th with the Bad Boys.
Yeah.
I'll be at Oyhut again Labor Day weekend, with Saturday the Labor Day weekend. And, of course, the karaoke show is every Wednesday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So if you're down at the beach, at Ocean Shores, come and see the Capo. And I think you got a couple of things to plug.
Yes, I do. First, I want to ask you, have you ever played Guitar Hero, Johnny? The video game?
No, I never have.
Well, you don't need to because you are the Guitar Hero.
I hope so.
Right on. So August 27th, The Warning and Black Sabbath Experience is playing at Mirkwood Public House in Arlington.
Cool. Very cool.
I'm going to give the first 5 people that text my number, 206-225-1004, a pair of tickets. So that's again, text concert to 206-225-1004, and we'll get you your tickets for the Warning Black Sabbath Experience show. If that show doesn't work out for you, there's more shows coming up, and if more than 5 people text me, I'm sure we can find some more tickets.
And for other shows.
For other shows, because I'm even going to a show in a couple hours from now. The Nice to Be Pretty, Creamsicle, and Space Whales at the Funhouse, or Al Corazon in Seattle.
So we got some rock and roll tonight at the Funhouse.
Yep, and tomorrow night I'm seeing a show too. And
excellent.
Yep.
Well, so don't forget we got to do that mini doc down at Oyhut.
Oh, we'll do that.
Yeah.
And if you have a documentary we want made, then
yeah, exactly.
Or a band video, I'd be pretty happy to make some.
Very good. So next week, Jerry Osborne, special guest from the Elvis world, and we've had a lot of guests with Jerry before. And matter of fact, I'm trying to recruit him to maybe do it maybe once, twice a month, because he knows all those celebrities. all the celebrities that have been on our show throughout the years.
Yeah, Jerry was a big part of the show
Big
over the years,
instrumental,
so
yeah.
be awesome to catch back up with Jerry and see what he's been up to.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to him.
Yeah, and you're going to.
And he is, a rock and roll historian, so he's fascinating in his own right. But as you mentioned, he's got great contacts with a lot of the great guests that we've had over the years on the show.
And he once deemed me as a rock and roll historian. So
That's right.
I was very...
You're a professor of rock and roll.
Especially from 55 to 70, I would say, for me.
Right. What song have we not played yet by ZZ Top?
Well, I thought we should play a couple of songs here that ZZ Top featured Dusty Hill on vocals. So this one is called Pan Am Highway Blues.
Cool.
And it's from the Tejas album.
Big album. I think one of their first albums, I think.
Yeah, one of their earlier records. They didn't even have the big beards at this point.
1976. Yeah, it was like their 5th album.
But I haven't heard this one, but thought it'd be cool to play some couple more tunes here before we get out of here with Dusty on vocals.
I got good at missing her. I practice all the time. While I drive the Pan Am Highway through with that cactus friend of mine.
Very cool.
It's getting hard to see the white line rolling by.
Nice vocal. That's Dusty on vocal, huh?
Yep.
Very impressed. Nice quality to the man's voice.
He will be missed.
Yeah,
will be.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Viva ENT, keeping the rock and roll alive. Don't forget our group, Viva ENT Talk Radio, Rock, Pop, and Soul. Devin, say goodbye to Seattle.
Bye, Seattle.
Eric CC Ryder.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for listening. If you missed this show on a Thursday evening, catch it again. We're playing it again Fridays at 6 for the time being.
Remember that, Devin, so we can push that. You're listening to Viva ENT. This is Johnny the Capo. We're digging out. See you later. And we're going out with a little more ZZ Top.
That's right. It makes sense to
baby.
close the show with Tush, since it featured Dusty Hill on vocals, and this was their first top 20 hit.
Yeah.
With their beard harmonics.
Right. This was back in 1975 when this went to
That's when I seen him at the Sahara.
number 20.
That's awesome.
Downtown, I'm just looking for some touch.